Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Pfizer, a very interesting MNC pharma company. So let's understand the fundamentals and let's understand whether you should invest at these levels or not. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Pfizer, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon. And once you do that, it will help me grow the channel. It will help you also ask me questions on a daily basis. Once you get the $10 Patreon membership, then you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, as well as ask questions on a daily basis with a one-line query. For detailed analysis on stocks or number of stocks that you are holding, you can directly send me an email. Now about Pfizer, the company is present in India since 1949 and it is based out of New York. Provides pharma services, so pharmaceutical products, one of the largest in the world currently, and they have a diverse range of, you can say, healthcare and pharma products available to them. Provides an array of products, as I said, for illnesses in cardiovascular, brain cancer, lungs, and many others. It is spread across 100 countries, and market cap of the company currently is at around 18,000 crores. One of the rare MNC pharma firm that is listed, so only two or three companies of such sorts are listed. Sanofi is in there, which is into healthcare. Then there is Pfizer, as I am just mentioning. If you look at the financials of the company, then the sales went up by around 5%, 4.8% in the December quarter. The profit went up by the similar level of 5.5%. High promoter and institutional holding with only 13% free float, 13% float is with institutional investor. Return on equity of 20%. Operating profit margin is of 19%. Although ROE is not very huge, but ROE is pretty decent when you consider it being a pharmaceutical company, where normally ROEs for consumption companies are big. But here we have a 20% return on equity for a company that is into pharmaceutical, that is into healthcare, which is considered pretty good, considering that they are debt free, considering that there's high promoter holding, and it is a big brand across the globe. If you look at the performance of the stock has been in an up move for the last 5 years. It is up 66% in the last 1 year. Till February it was up like 65 to 70%, but then it fell, and it didn't fell a lot, and the best part is it fell only 20% in the March market collapse, when a lot of the companies fell between 30 to 50%, even 60%, during that fall from February end till end of March. So that 1 month collapse of the market, it took many companies to cleaners, but Pfizer was an exception with only 20% of the market cap erosion. Has been a consistent gainer over the last decade, so it has consistently given returns of 17-18% on the stock basis. Market cap has swelled to around 19,000 crore from a very low market cap some 10 years back, and is currently trading at around 36 times. Again, it is not very richly valued. It is not 50-60 times. There are means MNC firms that are trading at even 80 times. Probably this is because this is a pharmaceutical company, and normally the PE of pharmaceutical companies are not that big. If you consider that, then 36 looks a lot, but if you consider other consumption companies, then 36 is not expensive. I believe that the kind of business that Pfizer is into, we can consider that there could be a 15 to 20% PE expansion that could happen over a period of time, with the kind of, you can say, diligence, and now there is an effort made by people to look after their healthcare, etc., globally. Then Pfizer is going to benefit in that respect. Numbers have been solid over the years. There have been very rarely 1 or 2 quarters that have been tepid. Otherwise, there have been consistent growth year on year on a quarterly basis in terms of year on year numbers, if you can look at. If you look at the technicals of the company, strong long-term support is around the current level, which is around the 200 DMA. So current levels in Pfizer is pretty good to buy at. There's a long-term support out there. Even any declines from here would be even better to get into Pfizer. Have consolidated over the past few weeks. So it has not really gone up sharply, and it is not in the news for the past a few days and weeks, and that is pretty good when you're considering to buy for a longer period of time. Remember, it doesn't fall a lot. It normally what it does is it either consolidates or goes up, and that is even better. There have been no wild moves and has low volumes in it. It cannot be traded because volumes are low and there's very low equity base, etc. What you can do is you can buy for 10, 15, 20 years and it will give you a very good return. So it cannot be traded, and big up move is expected above 4600, 4700 level. So once you buy into the stock, and if you see 4600, 4650 taken out, then the stock can move up sharply. So what needs to be done? In my opinion, you can buy for long term at these levels or in any decline. And if you're holding the stock, kindly hold for another 8-10 years. This will be even bigger than what it is today. Have a 5-year time frame at least when you're getting into such stocks. It is a top MNC pharma company. These companies need to be held on for generations, not like you just buy for 2-3 years, it gives you profit and you get out, because these companies just keep going up. And have less than 10% of your exposure. So you can have more than 5% exposure in such companies and buy for a longer period of time. So this was my video on Pfizer. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.